This is Dan Lawson with the Alliance for American Manufacturing in Skowhegan. Today I'm talking to local carpenter Matt Quinn, who works out at the Lakewood Theater. How you doing today, Matt?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very good. Matt, basically I'd like to talk to you about the mill here in town, the Sappy Mill. What do you think would happen if there was an extended layoff or, worst case scenario, the mill was to shut down?
I think you'd see a big change in the town of Skowhegan.
Do you think, how so, in tax base wise?
I don't think it would be for the better. I think people's taxes would increase. Obviously, the paper mill is a huge source of tax revenue, local tax revenue for the town. People wouldn't be able to sell their homes or get out of here if they needed to. You'd be looking at our education system would change due to the fact that Sappy is a huge revenue generator as far as property taxes. Our education system for our children would change drastically. Public safety and public utilities would be facing hardship, and I think it'd be a very difficult transition for the town of Skowhegan.
Matt, I noticed by your shirt that you know something about public safety. Volunteer fireman and an on-call fireman here in Skowhegan. Do you think if something happened at the mill, how would that affect the local fire departments even?
Well, I think Skowhegan's very lucky to have a full-time fire department. Based on the amount of revenue that we do pick up from the mill, we can offer those services such as full-time fire and police at a reasonable mill rate for the townspeople. I think that would go away. I don't think you'd have a full-time fire department. I think that your fire response would decrease because you'd be fully dependent on call people who have their own jobs and their own lives. We do depend on the mill for our hazmat response in the town. We have a lot of mill workers who are on the fire department, and if they'd have to leave, I think your numbers would dwindle as far as your draw for able-bodied people to respond. It'd be pretty dark time.
Now, Matt, what do you think, though, the ripple effect would be to the rest of the business community, not only here in Skowhegan, but the outlying surrounding communities?
Well, again, if you have a business that has such a large employee base, all the feeder businesses, all the supply businesses to those people who live here, your restaurants, your mom and pop shops that offer niche services, anything like that's going to drop off the map because you just don't have the amount of people around to service, and it's going to make it very difficult. The people who provide services to the mill, contracted services, materials, anything like that, they're going to see a large customer base or a large customer drop off the map. So their prices are either going to have to increase or they're not going to have enough business to stay open. And I think you'd see a lot of people leaving.
Matt, what do you think has to happen in this case to help remedy the situation that we're facing?
I think it's important that our workers have a level playing field, have the ability to show what they're made of, show the world that they can produce a quality product, and having other countries kind of undercut us in the way that they are by shipping in product that they can make on the cheap is very difficult, and they can. I think we need to stop that, or at least slow it down and put the people on a level playing field, whether it be through tariffs or legislation that slows that or changes that, and basically give our people a chance to show what they're made of.
And Matt, I don't want. This is basically you're stepping up to run for office.
I am.
And what are you running for here?
I'm running for State House, Quinn, Canaan, Heartland, Palmyra, and St. Albans, District 28. This is one of the most important things that I think that we're going to have to face in the upcoming 2 years is economic issues, jobs creation, not losing the jobs that we already have. If you don't have work for people, people don't stay around. And if we lose our workers and we lose the state, and that would be a very sad thing.
Well, Matt, I wish you the best of luck in your attempts at getting into the political arena, and I appreciate you stepping up, and I really appreciate you taking the time to talk with us today.
Not a problem, anytime.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one.